Hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to Peterville Farm and welcome back to FS19. Now, today's episode I was thinking a bit and what's the most expensive crop in the game? The most expensive one is that it's not in the ground. So if we leave this field for another day or so, we're just gonna be losing out on the crop not growing. So I decided to go on and start planting this crop. Can we close this door? Yeah. Unfortunately, the author of the map didn't consider us being, converting the fields in this way. You know what? Excuse me. We're gonna go with canola. Why? Because I've grown fond of canola recently, recent few, years, and I think canola is really good crop to have. Now let's see what else do we need to do. Let's start here. Let's turn on. It's canola selected. Why canola also? It doesn't consume so much seed as well. So maybe we can do this a little bit more in a more proper way. Turn it on. Here we go. I'm not gonna do it from the third person view, and I know we don't have to do it, and also we have a GPS on this machine, but let's do it a little bit of an old school style. This shouldn't take long because this is a 6-meter seeder. Yeah, we're gonna have to have on this field, we're gonna have to have two different harvests other than potatoes in order to catch up with the other field in the way, because now currently we have potatoes growing in that field, and if we grow something else here, or if we grow potatoes here now, it's gonna cost us a pretty penny. That's not something I want to deal with. If we decide not to go with let's see if we can do the full circle here. It's gonna be rough. Yeah, maybe I should just turn on the GPS and make life easier for all of us, because it's already installed anyway. So let's do this. Increment width, auto width 6 meters. That's it. Let's go first. Okay. Let's back up a bit. Actually, it doesn't really matter that much. We just need to be on the same level as the rest of the field. So let's go here and select a second, sorry. Here we go. Set A. This seems pretty straight. Set B. And we should be good to go. Let's see how this is gonna cope. Hopefully this is all gonna be covered. Here we go. And let's go. Yeah, so what's the deal? What's the crack? We gonna be planting canola. Yeah, it's missing a little bit. Oh, well, we'll deal with that later. Actually, maybe I'm just gonna leave it as it is. We'll see by the end of the time, by the end of the field, how we're gonna feel like. Do we gonna wanna cover this part or not? Anyway, so potatoes, they are growing there, so we have to grow something here. I was thinking about cover crop, but for some reason our field already has a layer of fertilizer on it, so I'm not gonna bother ourselves with a cover crop. We're just gonna go with a crop. We don't even care about the yielding of the crop because we are interested in potatoes. Why I'm doing this one and not this something else like oats or wheat or barley? Because we have enough straw and I don't want to waste straw. I don't want to not process straw, so I decided to go with soybeans or canola. Canola uses less seeds, so just so we don't have to refill, even though technically we probably wouldn't even have to refill because it has around 2,000 liters. Anyway, because of the reasons. I think the best thing to say is we didn't do it because of the reasons. Yeah. I was thinking about doing a yard work and sell some silage, but like I said, I came to conclusion, which is I think one of the best things that we have going for us, is that we can't afford to have field without crop in it. Why? Because we need, well, like I said, the field that doesn't have anything growing in it, it's the most expensive field. We're not earning anything on it, so we need to plant something. So I'm gonna plant canola now, and pretty sure, just to punish myself because I'm that way, I'm gonna do the cover crop next time. I know it's not really that. It would be better if I put a cover crop now rather than later, but then I have to wait for another few days to have to sell the harvester, and this way we're gonna harvest this cover crop, and as soon as we harvest this, the harvester is gone. I'm gonna sell the harvester. If you don't remember, I'm not sure if you guys remember why, but I'm not really a big fan of this harvester. And I don't know why. It has no reason. I mean, I do because it's all the time is a stock harvester in the game. Well, at least map developers, modders decide that it should be, and I think it's overused. We could buy a different harvester, but in this case, we're gonna focus more on potatoes and cows. I know those two things don't go well together because they are not consuming. Well, potatoes are consuming manure and slurry, but not now. And also, it's gonna give our cows a little bit more time to produce more manure. So hopefully, it's gonna be okay. Hopefully, it's gonna be enough for us to spread some slurry or manure before the next. Planting, next crop goes into ground, or even just as it goes into ground. Anyway, right, so we're almost done. We're almost halfway through, just under, I believe. But like I said, it's going pretty fast. We're 7.5 minutes into this episode, and we're halfway through the seeding session. Yeah, we definitely could have gone with soybeans as well, but I'm not really sure. I don't know, Scottish people, do you have a lot of soybeans growing there? I kind of doubt it. Not a farmer though. It seems a little bit on the cold side on the weather side. It seems a bit cold for a plant like soybeans. I think it requires more sunny days, but that's just me. I could be wrong. I know it's rare in Ireland for somebody to grow soybeans. Well, it does happen, but still, it's not the best option. Barley, go for barley. In Ireland, go for barley. Well, I would say in Scotland as well. You know, for all that good whiskey and scotch, and of course the beer. So yeah, I think I'm changing plans way too often, but unfortunately that's my organizational skills, which are flawed. I should have organized this better. Well, maybe I should have not announced that we're gonna do one thing and then change my mind. Maybe I should just go with the flow and do whatever needs to be done. Right, that's one thing, and the second thing, we need to fertilize the field, fertilize the what's it called, the potato field as soon as possible, because it requires fertilizer level again. It requires fertilizer, and it's on the zero fertilizer at the moment. Okay, let's lock this one in position. There we go. Here we go. Okay, it's going nicely now. Right. Oh, look at the beautiful scenery we have here. Cows grazing on our pasture. Seasons mode is, well, it's here by the time you're watching this episode. We're gonna start a new farm then. Hopefully we're gonna continue with this one as well, but no promises, no promises. We'll see. Yeah, it would be really nice to start a new farm with the seasons as well, but we'll see how that one goes. We need to experiment with seasons a bit. We need to learn how to play it properly, and you know how it goes with the seasons. But once you get hooked, that's it. You're done for. No more playing without seasons. On one hand, that's okay. On the other hand, that means grass work in the beginning all the time. Fertilizing, plowing, seeding, grass work. No income for a while. But technically, no, they have to ferment. The bales have to ferment as well. Technically, I was thinking like, how can you get an income? Spring barley, spring wheat, spring. I'm gonna try to skip spring wheat, barley, and canola. I'm gonna go for winter ones. They're usually more yielding. So one would rather see that in the winter because you will get a bigger yield. Why? Because plant is developed better, it's healthier, it's can get bigger as well, so you can get more yield from that. The problem being the plant is in the ground for a longer time, so it would be, you know, taking space. Technically, if you do spring seeding, you can then do winter barley, yeah, but then I don't know. There's an option. What was this? We also had the crop that was planted in the autumn and harvested in spring. I forgot which one. There was something done through the winter. Well, not grass. Grass dies during the winter as well. There's always forestry work in the winter, which I hate. Kinda, as of, I don't know, a few months ago, like a year ago or so, I just started like, not really interested in that forestry thing, to be honest with you. But we'll see, we might do some. Looks like we have, yeah, let's do the headland first and let's do up and down the field then. Right. Actually, we can. Actually, I have to do up and down the field one more time. So let's do this. Let's lock it in place, lower it down, and let's go. Right, we're down to 12 minutes, 13 minutes, 13 minutes more so into this episode, and we are practically done. We have only a little bit left there, so I think this cedar is absolutely perfect size for us for this map. Maybe I wouldn't go saying like too big because you can never have a too big machinery. Well, at least in my case, you can, because I like the smaller one. But it's definitely saving us a lot of time. This machine, that is. Yeah. So canola is being planted here, and this should be, as far as I can see it, it probably should be a little bit bigger than that field. But not sure though. It's definitely gonna be better for potatoes than that field. It's more leveled. It's more it's longer, and I think it's friendlier for potatoes than the other one. But I don't think the other one has any issues. So it's fine. We're gonna be fine. The band's gonna make it. So, go, finishing the headland on this side. Now let's go to the far side. And here we go. I think this is going to be good enough. Is it? Yeah, it's going to be nice. Up and down the field one more time, and that's it. I'm gonna leave this little slither of that we missed. It's probably gonna eat me alive when I harvest it, and it's gonna be not perfect, but yeah, what you gonna do. So we're doing canola here, and then next season we're gonna do the cover crop. That's gonna be oilseed radish, and Lift, unblock. Let's do the upper one first. There we go, lower it, and we're on the roll. Yeah, it's gonna be a cover crop, so that's gonna save us some money on the fertilizer side. The other thing, yeah, actually, even with this one, we could have gone with the weeder that can see the canola. That would be quite nice, because I might switch between canola and potatoes in this field. And when seasons come, you have to let the field rest as well. So we might canola, potatoes, and then let the field rest. That would be a good option. And the last pass. There we go. Lock it in place, lower it, and let's finish this off. Okay. Beautiful. Far from perfect, but beautiful nevertheless. Right. We need to wash this planter. Wow, we only lose like 300-400 liters. Use 300-400 liters of canola. I think it would be like maybe 500 liters if we went with soybeans. But yeah, this is nothing. This is a really low amount. Okay, let's do this, and let's turn it off, lift, and fold it. And let's go and wash this machine. Plonk. I already showed several times how we do the sale of the how we sell the silage, so I'm probably gonna do that off screen. And now what we're gonna do, we have a few minutes left, 17 minutes. I'm gonna go and check how much fertilizer we have, and we're gonna spread some fertilizer, probably on both fields. But we'll see. If we don't have any fertilizer, we're gonna have to go and refill. Down here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's go all the way back and park this one. Let's park it here in the shed. I think it has more room. Actually, the other shed is absolutely empty, so but this one is closer. Okay. Okay. And disconnect, touchdown. Yeah, we really need to start selling this. We have enough silage in here to earn the few bucks, but we need to start selling. What's the price of the silage anyway? Does this show us? Silage, biogas, 360. So. Yes, this one. Take a peek in here. Ha! We have enough. Okay, well, let's go straight away to the field and see if we're gonna have any issues getting there. And plonk, lower this, go to the first person view, and let's start navigating to the potato field. That's the most important one because it has zero. It has zero. Oh, but we're gonna have to then keep a harvester for the next. Oh boy, we're gonna have to keep the harvester for the next season as well, because we're gonna have. I don't know what we're gonna have on that field. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should skip the harvesting altogether. Like now, I'm gonna keep this one as a harvester, as a crop that can be harvested. I think I'm for the future reference. I'm gonna keep the fields as cover crops. Instead of planting something else, I might plant cover crops. This will slow down our development, but it's more realistic and doesn't require harvester at all. So maybe canola can be removed from the equation of our crop rotation, but we'll see. Right, okay, so this shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna finish the episode after we spread some fertilizer on this field. So let's do it properly and plonk. Spread. Maybe we should do this side first. Yeah, I always do this side first. I don't know. Just. It's so beautiful. It draws me there. This side. Let's do one pass in the middle, and that should be okay. We don't want to waste too much fertilizer anyway, and it's a potato. It doesn't require that much. I mean, fertilizer-wise, it's our plant. It's gonna be great. The band's gonna make. Okay, this one is good. Let's not destroy too much. Oh, I didn't change the crop tires. Okay, potatoes. We only need to spray potatoes, not the rest of the field. So potatoes are the important ones. Here we go. Yeah, we're doing a good job here. And we have one or two more passes. Let's go to the far side first, and yeah, let's do the 2 passes. Let's not cheap out now. These are our potatoes anyway. You know, it's more we fertilize it, the better it's gonna be. If we miss bits and pieces, it can just cause more problems for us. Not cause more problems. It's just gonna be we're gonna have to. We're gonna have less potatoes, and that's always not good. We need our potatoes. There we go. If there was an industry like a potato crisp factory, or chips, how the rest of the world calls it, potato crisp factory, that would be nice. Then we can sell our potatoes locally, domestically, to ourselves, and then sell the crisps, chips. And off. Okay, there we go. We're gonna end it here, guys, in this beautiful top side of this farm. We can see our new field planted there. I'm gonna fertilize that field now off screen. I just don't want to prolong this episode longer than it has to be. Yes, I'm looking forward to harvesting these potatoes. It's probably gonna be a rented machine because we're not gonna have enough money to finance all of this, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm gonna fertilize the other field, and I'm gonna sell some silage off screen. And in the next episode, well, tune in and see what we're gonna do next. Thank you for watching. Please press the like button if you like this episode. If you didn't, leave a comment in the comment section. If you have any suggestions, critics, or whatever, please do address them. Put them there. I'm gonna address them definitely. Notification bell, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.